We on? We live? I hope so. Hello everybody and welcome back. This time it actually has been a while. It has been 2 weeks since we last streamed. My bad, things have been absolutely crazy within the last 2 weeks. But thank you all so much for joining. Awesome JJ Ranger, hello. Nikolai, hello. Glitchy Yoshi, hello. Hello everybody. How are you all doing today? Whew. Hello Matthew, how you doing? Kaden King, how's it going? See, now here's the one problem. I have no idea what we're doing for this one. Suggestion out the gate. Tooniverse monsters for October. Tooniversal monsters for October. Is that what is is that Universal Looney Tunes as Universal monsters? If I'm understanding that right, I think that's what you're suggesting, which could definitely be cool. I am looking for what is it called? Ideas for October, because doing spooky related ones all month last year was really fun. So you've all given some pretty good suggestions so far that I'm taking into account for October. But I just wrote that one down as well. Hello Chainsaw Hunter, how's it going? I am doing good. I hope everyone in the chat is doing good as well. But if you've played Lies of P, that might not be as possible. Long-legged catnap. I'm actually scared of this guy. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many jump scares me and my friends fell for when playing Poppy Playtime. It was, I mean, not just catnap as a whole, but all the jump scares got us good. Oof, it was rough. Kaden King, what is Lies of P? Lies of P is a relatively new Souls-like game. So it's a game like Dark Souls, but it's completely, what's it called? surrounded by Pinocchio, for lack of a better word. So basically you are Pinocchio, and I've only played a little bit of the game, or have only gotten through a little bit of the story. So my information might be a little off, but your character is Pinocchio, and there was this big uprising of these things called puppets, which are kind of like robots. And so now there's like nobody left in this world, and in true Souls-like fashion, you have to go through and just absolutely beat the snot out of anything in your path. Also, it has Tom Hanks. Okay, that last part's not true, but you know what I mean. Some of the enemies, if I can find them. Lies of P. Patrolman? If that's what it's called. Like one of the first people in the game you meet looks like the conductor from Polar Express. I can't find it, but just if you know of the Polar Express, that's exactly what the guards in this game look like. Yeah, I can't find it. Where was I? No screwball non-horror media characters in classic Halloween monster roles. Non-horror media characters in classic monster roles. Interesting. I cannot get these ears right for the life of me, so we're not going to do them yet. We need... I don't have a good idea of what to do here. I'm basically... So, I wanted something like... something along these lines, maybe? I'll be honest, I came up with a general idea for a stream. I didn't actually come up with how it's gonna look in terms of like everything. Those are some long legs, and I kind of want it to be like leaning down to stalk its prey. Yeah, something like this. I feel like I've forgotten how to draw. My goodness, it has been a couple days. Wow, that's not good. Whew. So the whole week's been a bit crazy. Just had to deal with a lot of stuff that was not accounted for and could not be accounted for. So it's been like about 5 days since I've picked up a pen and drawn something. And usually I'll get to work on a video on Sundays before the stream just to knock out one of the arts to make the rest of the week easygoing. But because of said unplanned things, I didn't get a chance to do that today because I was finishing up other stuff. And so I feel very rusty right now. This is not good. Oopsies. Let's see what the chat has to say. What is Lies of P? How about Nimona characters as Ghost? That'd be interesting. Nimona was a good episode. The first one was good. The second one, I honestly could take it or leave it. I thought the golden line design was good. And what was the other one? The director. The director really was just a drawing of the director from the movie. So I'd be interested to go back to Nimona, see if I can use that as a benchmark of like, here's what I did for the first episode. Like the very first thing, almost the very first thing I've drawn. And now here's where my art skills. So that would be cool. I would love to go back and re-explore some old videos. Maybe once each of them hit the 1 year mark, that'd be cool. There we go. I'll only be here for 20ish minutes, but remember Tales of Tenorio? Well, it released. I'll play it in the morning, but I'm very happy. That also means more designs to work with. Yeah, that's the, I don't want to say clone, but like that's the creature collecting game. Similar to, well, yeah, Pokemon. Yeah, I still have to check that out. I haven't gotten a chance to yet. This is truly a horrifying pose. I don't like this at all. This is freaky. All right. So steampunk is all about the mechanics of stuff. Not mechanics, but like it's like machinery, like old-timey machinery is my understanding of it. So like what if we put like obviously, so almost like it's in 2 pieces. Kind of like a FNAF animatronic. So like it'd be the top of the head, the bottom of the head, and like a hose coming out the mouth for the gas instead of catnap just naturally secreting it. Oh my gosh, this is not even the way I sketch things out. What happened? And how would you work the head here? Because this goes out and then... Alright, please bear with me this stream. This is going to be apparently relearning how to draw. Jeez. I'm doing good. I would have been better if tomorrow wasn't Monday. Oof. I hear that. Mondays are rough. Especially because they're Mondays. Words of wisdom. Mondays are bad because they're Mondays. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the start of the week. I'm still playing catch up, which is not entirely fun, but we'll get there. Especially since the end of this month, there's a really big collab going on, and I have to be ready for that. And by ready for that, I mean I have to do lots of drawings. The only reason I'm scared of him is because the sleepy gas that made you insane or something. Yep. Yeah, that, I don't know. So, for any of you who have not played Poppy's Chapter 3 yet, spoiler warning, but the end, the last leg of the game, where you are bringing things and Catnap comes out the door and he breathes the gas, and then he just looks so you can't see it, but like the way he looks is absolutely horrifying. Okay, so this is the rough shape of Catnap. We're gonna make him all metal and stuff, so let's actually do in details like I would normally do in a video. I need like a steampunk aesthetic reference, or just like I need to just look up Lies of P. Here we go. There's a nice picture. Yeah, it's all like servos and stuff. I can do that. Yeah, we can get this done. It's interesting because it kind of fits the... Also, why is Catnap so small? There we go. The creepier, the bigger, the creepier. That's how it works. Alright, so throw in some ears. Like it's a weird mix between like organic and machine in Lies of P. Which, if you haven't played, aesthetically, I recommend the game. As a Souls-like, I'm just not a fan of Souls-likes games. But that being said, I'm going to keep going back to Lies of P because it's kind of fun from a artistic standpoint. Wow, that sounds really interesting. Has Boss Level done a video, or is it gonna do a video for it? Boss Level has recorded a couple of videos of Lies of P. The first one actually just went out yesterday. So that's up on the Boss Level channel now if you want to check it out. Things get, I don't know, existential. That's not the right word, but we talk about a lot of things. I share a nice story from my childhood that just showcases how much of a not smart child I was. Alright, so then like, and then there needs to be like pistons here that open and close the mouth, but then maybe you have to be, they should be going back more like this way. There we go. Yeah, it's looking mechanical already. Annihilate everything you see, and it has Tom Hanks, KyngPin 2024. I mean, I stand by that quote because it's correct. It has, you have to beat up everything in your path, and some of the character designs resemble Tom Hanks from the Polar Express. I didn't make the game. I just observe what I see. Why bother doing them now when you can do them later? Procrastination. I would agree, but procrastination does tend to sneak up on you. You'll be like, oh, it's fine, I'll do it later. And then it's due, and you're like, oh, goodness, I did nothing. So, in the moment kind of thing, procrastination is fine. When you have lots of things to do, you are merely a slave to time. And time does not care for your procrastination attempts. Now, what else can we... So, we'll put the hose in here. And my plan is to mostly have it shrouded in darkness so you can't see much of it. Maybe I'll do like a flamethrower. Yeah. Like how a flamethrower would be, where it's actually... the nozzle is like outside of the mouth. But it's not really throwing flames. I'll do it a flamethrower nozzle, but I'm not going to put it outside. That seems to be the best option. And then smoke will come from there. Smoke will block out some of the details. And I'm wondering if we should make this a sentient robot, or we use the eyes as glass and we draw a little guy piloting from behind the eyes. I feel like Lies of P would be more in tune with, would be more of the, what's it called? The sentient puppet thing rather than the controlled thing. For example, Anka from lost the chat. Hold up, sorry. For example, Anka from Animal Crossing with a mummy's curse. A meow-me's curse, if you will. Okay, now I definitely understand the idea now, Glitchy Yoshi. That's not bad. That would be a cool idea to horrify, which is a horror, that is not the right word, but to monsterify non-monster things. I like that idea. I have it written down, so actually I'm gonna add an amendment to that. That's not a word. Non-horror as monsters. There we go. And we could switch it into like general topic of kids cartoons as monsters, stuff like that. Also, when is the next boss level stream? That is a very good question. We're trying to figure that out. Me and all the other hosts, because we enjoyed having the stream the first time. The problem is we only usually meet once a week to record stuff, and the rest of the week we're all dealing with work and other things. So since we are ahead of schedule, we're thinking maybe set aside like the first of each month to maybe stream, because it's hard. Like, we all want to do more boss level, but the nature of boss level, when you have 4 hosts, it becomes a little bit of a problem to get everyone together at the same time. So we are planning more boss level streams in the future. We just don't have a set date for the next one yet. Someone in Van Helsing role, maybe Elmer Fudd or the Toon Patrol Weasels. Elmer Fudd would be funny as Elmer Fudd, right? Right? Yeah, Elmer Fudd would be funny as Van Helsing. Or Yosemite Sam. Yosemite Sam would be a good Van Helsing. Because it would just be the complete opposite of what Van Helsing is. So how do I make Catnap's eyes puppety? I don't know. I'll figure that out. Should I be adding more over here? Not really, because I kind of like how this looks. Maybe if I add in a neck, so like tubes and stuff here. Yeah, so it'll be like a rubber hose, not rubber hose, but like the animatronic kind of like compression neck, so it can move its head around. If you could not tell, I am seriously winging this. I'm doing my best, but machinery is not one of my strong suits when it comes to drawing. And that's part of the reason I'm doing this stream, is to get better at it. This way I can practice without fearing that, like, oh no, this video is not going to turn out well. Because I really enjoyed turning Catnap into a mech armor, and now that I say that, I realize this is going to be interesting because it's very close to the same idea, just not entirely the same. Hey, Lord KyngPin. Hey, Steven, how's it going? Glad you can join the stream. Never call a busy week a busy week. Call it a productive week. That is true. I like that advice. Unfortunately, the things I had to deal with this week prevented me from being productive. So, on a normal basis, yes, a busy week is a productive week. Last week's was not. I don't know why, but I feel like almost every drawing I make looks boring. Like, not good, not bad, just very bland and meh. Not sure what to do about it. It really kills my motivation to draw. I understand that. It can be demotivating when you feel like a piece is missing something, but you don't know what it is. My advice would be to look at the piece. Try to pick out one thing that you feel throws the piece off. Like, say for example, you feel like there's not enough movement in the pose. Do that. Do another drawing. Do everything the same, but try to push your posing more. So, for example, for the video coming out, or I'll use the last community redraw as an example. I pushed the posing in that video a lot, and oh my gosh, none of this mech armor does not make sense. I pushed the posing in the video a lot, so because I was focusing on that, I fell back on all my old rendering and shading stuff, which is not as a bad thing, but as a, well, this is what I'm focusing on, and so that's what I want to see, how the pieces look with more dynamic poses. Actually, for this one too, this stream itself would be a good example. I don't know how to draw steampunk or machinery. So what I should have done more was choose a little, or I mean, I kind of did. It's not a very high movement pose, but it could be a less dynamic pose, so it forces me to study the machinery aspects of this drawing rather than the... Can you please cooperate? The machinery aspects of this drawing rather than making sure the anatomy is correct. Because it is a giant monster with absolutely no body fat. So, anatomy is a rough word to use in this case. I am liking this though. I'm liking how this arm is turning out. What am I gonna do for the claws? That is anyone's guess. But so next to me, I have a picture of one of the bosses from Lies of P called the Parade Master, which is the only boss I've encountered in the game. Also, spoilers, I didn't beat it. I had one of my friends, one of the other boss level hosts, beat it after many attempts. Transformer Power Rangers: Red Optimus Prime, Pink Ranger RC, I think it's pronounced, Black Ranger Ironheart, Yellow Ranger Bumblebee, and Blue Ranger Ultimagmus. That would be cool. Because like I said, if you haven't been listening to the past 5 minutes, I'm trying to work on upping my mechanical designs. So that would be fun. But, and I'll admit this is subject to change at the moment, there might be a Power Ranger video coming very soon. Not gonna promise anything because it's not entirely set in stone yet, but there's a good chance it could happen. And then get wider as you go towards the base. And stop here because that leg is significantly shorter. You know what it looks like? If any of you have seen Bambi, when Bambi is on ice and... Oh. Is Bambi a boy or a girl? The doe gives birth to a male fawn named Bambi. So it looks like that scene from Bambi where Bambi is on ice and his limbs are going all over the place and crossing over each other. That's what this looks like right now, which I believe adds to the creepy factor. So how about trying more texturing, unless you already do that? And texturing is another good one. Upping detail could also really help a piece. I'll admit one of the reasons I'm a little iffy about my mechanical designs and my monster designs for that, by extension of that, is because for some reason, my mind can't comprehend detail. Like, I'm a huge cartoon person, huge cartoon and anime, and so, like, a lot of things are just more so flat, especially more complicated things like machines and stuff. So the whole detail, like, my mind cannot grasp the concept of drawing that, which is really weird. Like, I want to get more detail oriented. I just don't know how to do it, for lack of a better word. Maybe check out the previous streams. Oh god, KyngPin's forever forgotten how to draw. I mean, it's kind of coming back to me. It's just, it has been I didn't realize how long it's been. Ooh, what if instead of spines we have like canisters on Catnap's back? So like canisters to hold the gas, and it'll act like the spines. Yeah. And then we'll do this, give it some little attachment points. Ooh, I like how that looks. And I'm going to copy it because I'm lazy. Now that's cool. What I'm thinking is that it goes through, like, it drains downward, like that. But I'm also maybe considering pipes like that. So, like, going from, or it goes down into here, and there are pipes coming out the side that go into the back of its head. I don't know about that. I think maybe just going down and then internally there are pipes. I think that's the best thing. Because we don't want to overcomplicate it. Because if I draw a pipe from here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and the tail, it might get a little too muddied. So we're going to stick with the internal chamber. KyngPin, have you caught up on my story yet? Story 4 arc will most likely be the longest one yet. I haven't gotten a chance to yet. I did somewhat. I did play a little bit of catch up the other day in my free time. Just not the full series yet. I have to go back to that at some point and just keep going. Because you've been posting every day, I've been seeing. And so the longer I wait, the more I'm going to have to catch up on. So I should do that sooner rather than later. This thing is getting spider-like qualities that are making me uncomfortable. But no, because, like, would that be like that again? I'm trying to figure out how the shoulders would work. I have to go. My phone dies. Adios. See you later, awesome JJ Ranger. Sorry I took so long to answer your comments once again. Given that next month is April, the collab might be a big, fat, morbidly obese joke. I mean, we've been talking, like we've been throwing ideas back and forth of just like hypothetical, what is it called? April Fool's joke ideas for videos, but I can assure you, well, I don't want to assure you in case something does go horribly, horribly wrong, but there is a collab scheduled for the end of March. And come rain, shine, or giant kaiju attack, that collab will be happening. I am promising that here, and if something does happen, then, well, I'm gonna look really bad. But mark my words, that collab is happening. I think you're all gonna like it. Thank you, Hand. I think you're all gonna like it, because I know I haven't started yet, but I am really excited to get to work on that at some point in the near future. I feel like that leg could be pushed in a little bit more. At the end of the month, my birthday happens. Oh, that's awesome. Well, happy early birthday, King. I hope you do something fun. I know my birthday was a little wild, but it was definitely worth it. Poppy Playtime characters in Nimona, basically people who are wishing well, or something that relates to wishes except genies for powers for whatever reason. Interesting. I can see that working. Or would it be like turning... that's interesting. There's potential there. I would just have to think about how designs would work for that one. And then you are like this. I kind of avoided doing... I kind of posed it in a way where I don't have to draw any of the paws, which kind of makes me a little happy because... honestly, yeah. I just feel like it's just detail-wise. I don't feel like doing it. But I also almost forgot that. See, like, I don't understand how this would work. I guess the shoulder would be here. And, like, the gap between it would be something like that. But then that runs into the neck. So maybe instead I take the leg and move it out a bit. So it's not touching where the neck is, because it can overlap, but what I need it to do, it needs to be more right there about, and then yeah, I mean that kind of looks right. I mean, this doesn't look right. Mechanics are very hard to understand. Working on the Amazing Digital Circus animation while watching this. Not sure why I thought it was a good idea to change the FPS from 14 to 20. Ooh, that's a big jump. The animation is smoother though, so that's good. But yeah, I can't wait to see that when you're done, Chainsaw Hunter. It looks so good. It's turning out absolutely amazing. I have to find a way to, like, it's mechanical, but I feel like this whole area here feels like it's lacking something. Also, I feel like the legs should come out more. Like obviously you're not going to see most of it because it's covered by the body, but like the way it's posed, you should definitely see some of it. Something like that, maybe? I don't know. It's very hard to understand what's happening right now. I'm wondering if you do a Dragon Ball variety video in honor of the late, great Akira Toriyama. Yeah, I heard about that. I never... So, although... yeah, this leg doesn't look right at all. Although I never really got much into Dragon Ball Z. I watched Dragon Ball Z Kai when it was on Nickelodeon as a kid. But that's really... It's sad to hear. It was great work that he did. So maybe some kind of Dragon Ball or even an anime episode, anime variety episode could work. I'll have to see because it's I have to 100% figure out my schedule for these next few weeks. But if I can squeeze it in, even if it's just like a one drawing bonus video, maybe. I'll have to think about that on my own time. Transformer, Power Rangers villain, Lord Megatron, Soundwave, Shockwave, Starscream, and Sentinel Prime. That's a lot of drawing. That would be a lot of drawings to do, but I think as an overall series, that would be cool. I'm also taking, as you can see here, I'm rehashing a design from when I did Robots as Demons, that I did for GLaDOS, where the mouth will be spewing smoke, but so will the tail, just to give it that little extra, what's it called? Nope, it's gone. Little extra mechanical bit, steampunk bit. So like, what if we do something like this, where the chest is what? Oh, I don't want the stamp tool. What if like where the chest is open, like this, and there's just glass here, and then you can see like gears and stuff. Problem is, I don't know how to draw gears. Problem solved. That looks okay. Angling might be a little off though. Cool, I'll be in the chat while this plays from time to time. Hello, Dempsey J Illustrations. I saw you in the chat so long ago, and I'm playing major catch up with the chat, so I didn't get to say hi when you first joined. But hello, how are you doing? I hope everything's going well for you. And bringing the theme of the Tooniversal Monster episode home, the episode could be in black and white with a film grain. Maybe you can do a Rich Cause impression? I am unfamiliar with who that is. Interesting. I'm not familiar with this person. I'll have to look more into them. And a black and white video would be cool, but that might defeat the purpose of most of the video, considering you wouldn't be able to see any of the rendering phase. Right, I'm not gonna do like a pipe like this. I'm gonna try and do a, I don't really know what to call it here, but like a, no, I don't know what it is, but it's gonna be like the same sheet of metal with flexible gaps in between, for lack of a better word. And then I can do it like this and make it like that, where it curves. Like that. And then like that. And then if it gets bigger toward the back, like you can see the metal splitting to fit the curve. The segments aren't exactly perfect, but they're not even, but it's fine. Alright, get rid of you. How are you looking? Wow! That's looking a lot better than I expected. Woo! Nice job. Nice job, me! Glitchy Yoshi, which collab? The April one. KyngPin, you skipped over. Aviva Corcovado. This is going to take a little bit. Aviva Corcovado from Wildcrats as a werewolf. That's a good one, too. Actually, I'm not going to say that because I don't know what I'm talking about. Aviva Corcovado as a werewolf. Okay. I can see that working. I would have to do more research as to why a werewolf specifically, but I'll look at that one. Glitchy Yoshi, the April one. You mean the one mentioned in the 1 year stream the other day? Yeah, the collab isn't in. The collab's in March. It's going to be end of March, not April. It's going to be on the 20. No, I'm not going to touch that gear. It looks fine. The collab is going to be on the 29th of March and will feature, I believe, all the same artists from the Pal World SCP one from early February. What other things are used to power machines other than gears? Springs. I want to make sure this looks feasible in its conception. So like gears make sense, but like they're gonna leave a lot of open space. Maybe I'll throw in let's throw in circles so I can at least get a reference. Something with Dragon Ball since the creator of the anime manga. Yeah. I never watched DBZ, but he inspired One Piece. I didn't know that. That's cool. And yes, definitely, may he rest in peace. But I'll look at my schedule and see if there's anything Dragon Ball related I can do for the time. That gear looks really bad. Let's add more spokes. Yeah, that did it. That didn't really do it. That kinda did it. It's not great, but it's something. I'm gonna hope that we can shadow that out a bit. Can hear and see you, and the music is at the right level. Cool. Awesome. I didn't even check to make sure everything was going well. I just kind of assumed everything stayed in place from last time. I'm considering maybe Discord from MLP as Frankenstein. That one, yeah, that makes sense, considering Discord is made up of a whole bunch of different creatures. Like a chimera would indeed work for Discord. I will be honest, when I first read that comment, I'm like, the application Discord? I'm confused now, but now I understand the comment. This is a horrible gear. You should be ashamed of yourself. Copying and pasting is only a valid strategy if you don't make a habit out of it. Seriously, I don't have any idea like what else I could use to put the inner workings of this character together. Like pistons. I could do like pistons or something. Like pistons and springs and stuff like that. But where? I guess the only place I could possibly do is over here. Shouldn't really be focusing this much on the smaller details, especially since I don't know how much of this is going to be seen, but we'll just add in a little bit to hammer home that steampunk aesthetic. I'm going to do like a little hammer here, and that's not a hammer, but like a swivel thing on this piston here. Just like that. Also, I'm not entirely sure how long this stream will go for. So if we have to pick this up next week, I have no problem with that. I think that's good enough. Maybe I'll throw in a few scribbles in the background to see, just to fake the detail. Shadow the Hedgehog fused with Vegeta for a live stream. With Sonic the Hedgehog music. I wouldn't mind fusing Shadow and Vegeta. However, I don't think I'll be able to do the Sonic music just because of copyright. I know there are other creators like that use like Mario Kart Sonic music on their streams. I don't know if that gets them strikes on their channel, but I try to stay on the copyright's good side, you know, just to make sure this channel can stay alive and you can all have the content that you came here for. Because I'll be honest, I'll let you in behind the scenes. These live streams always get copyright claims after they're done. The website I use, although it is royalty-free music I'm using, there will be times when the YouTube interface or whatever does the scanning will be like, hey, copyrighted material. So when that happens, I just have to go in and just say, hey, no, I have the license, we're good. It's just an extra step. It's never any trouble. But I have to do that with every one of these live streams because I use the same musical track, and just because they catch it every time the regular video goes up. And it's not bad. I'm not in trouble or anything. And even if I didn't clear the claims, nothing happens to the channel. I just don't like having them there. That hose needs work. But also, like, there should be another gap here. I just don't want it touching the shoulder gap. Something along these lines? Yeah, that kind of works out. Honestly, sometimes I like adding details and textures on drawings more than making the drawing itself. Yeah, for me personally, the coloring and rendering phase are the best parts, or are my favorite parts of the drawing process. This part, the sketching and the line art, is okay. The sketching I'm not thrilled about because you literally, it's just like, okay, start creating. There's nothing here. Go ahead, create something from nothing. Use that big imagination of yours. And it's just, starting is always the most overwhelming part. So that's why the further into the art process you get, the more I like it. So sketching, line art, not too bad, just a little tedious. Coloring or flatting, can see the piece coming together, which is cool, but also a little tedious. Rendering, best part, you can see the final thing coming layer by layer, and so yeah. But this is not my favorite part. Not quite my favorite part. Mortal Kombat villains as Power Rangers: Sector, Cyrex, Goro, Shang Tsung, and Shao Kahn. See, now, so I don't know what to say to that one. But if you've seen my Power Rangers, no, Mortal Kombat as my Mortal Kombat as Power Rangers video, or videos, there's 2 of them. Like that could have been so much cooler story-wise, but I took the most basic parts of Mortal Kombat and then just wrote a Power Rangers story. And you mentioned Shang Tsung, like all those people you mentioned could have made for great Power Ranger villains if I had, paid attention to more Mortal Kombat lore than I did. And the Control-Tor, whatever character I made up for that story, the one who mind controlled the Sub-Zero character, I'm like, after I wrote and finished the second video, I'm like, Shang Tsung has mind control. That would have been the perfect character to put in there instead of just making one up. But that was like one of my earliest videos, so I'd like to believe I've grown as an artist and a storyteller since then, and I can much early recognize like plot points that match up with what I have intended. How do I make these? Yeah, scrap metal. I hate that that actually worked. It does look more mechanical now. I hate that happened. Firstly, I was talking about Svengoolie. Secondly, it's for novelty of an episode using universal monsters. It doesn't matter if it destroys a purpose. I'm not sure what that one refers to. What's going on? Okay, there we go. Sorry, chat's getting wonky for a second. Be sure to leave a like. Thank you, Dempsey, for the announcement. Yes, we are currently at, I don't know, I actually have no idea. I think 7 likes. And if we get to 20, YouTube is like, hey, this person might be worth other people's time. I don't know why I do that. I don't know why I'm so hard about like, hey, the more likes I get, the more worthwhile I am to YouTube's algorithm. It's not exactly how it works, and I don't feel like that. I'm not measuring my self-worth in how much the YouTube algorithm likes me. It's just funny. In my opinion, it's just funny to be like, hey, this is the exact way the YouTube algorithm thinks. Because honestly, reaching a like threshold before you get pushed out to more people is kind of ridiculous if you think about it. Instead of being like, hey, here's someone people might like, they have to first prove themselves that people like them, and then we'll start doing our job. I don't know. The more I talk, the deeper this hole's gonna get. Redraw prompt. Create your own supervillain, and KyngPin draws the villain into a hell of a boss or has-been hotel character. That could be cool. Make them like sinners, or if I want to go completely original, I can always do demons. Or no, wait. No, I get it now. Like, draw a human-esque, humanoid supervillain, and it would be like, hey, when they die, this is what they look like as a sinner. That's a good idea. Supervillain to has-been sinner. Sorry. As sinner, redraw. KyngPin is hosting a chuckle fest. I am a goofy boy. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about saying that. I make myself laugh a lot, and usually it's about the most utter nonsense you've ever heard. Something's wrong with that piston. I think I'm just gonna do this. No. Oh, I see. I have to do this and connect it to here. Because this... come on, straight lines. Feel free to cooperate. Okay. Let's backtrack here a little bit. What did I do? There we go. Okay. Backtracking. Backtracked. Akira Toriyama also inspired other animes like Naruto, My Hero, Hunter x Hunter, etc. I mean, I'm not going to say it was one of the first because I don't know that for a fact. But like Dragon Ball has been a cultural phenomenon for years, so yeah, it totally makes sense that so much was inspired by him. And that is like, it's crazy to think about that just from a larger perspective. Because I don't know if you've watched, like, this is coming off of the last few game theories, what I'm talking about right now. But when MatPat was talking about the legacy that FNAF had left on just the gaming market, the movie market, the everything market as a whole, like, it's crazy to think, like, 9 years and just, like, how much can be traced back to the creation of one franchise or one series. And like, just being able to like look back and be like, hey, this, that, and the other thing all came from this one place is just, I don't know overall, but like I find it fascinating. Have you ever, it's the meme. Have you ever seen the meme where it's the domino? So it's the small domino and then it's the big domino. It's like historical event number 1, and then completely unrelated thing here, and it's just the chain reaction of one thing to the other. That is just, like, aside from, like, favorite meme, air quotes, or a meme that I find funny, like, that is just the most thought-provoking meme ever. Because it's usually just like, here's this historical event that has nothing, that you would in no way, shape, or form ever relate to the creation of Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, I don't have a specific thing for this example, but it's just like two things that are completely unrelated can feed off of each other. It's so cool. I need a little bump here. Dang it, copyright, but I really can't blame you. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. Like, I mean, like, I don't even know if I could play my own music, because if it doesn't exist on this channel, I'm afraid it'll get copyrighted. And obviously I can dispute that and be like, hey, I own the music, let me do this. I've never had to dispute a claim like that before. Or what I do is I copyright strike myself from the other account, and then I'd be like, no, I use it. And then I sue myself for money, and then there's this whole big YouTube drama going on. And it's be like, Heavy is the Crown, or whatever, sues KyngPin. And people would be like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? And then I put on the most jaw-dropping court drama performance of all time. And then I stop talking because I really don't know where this story is going. I don't, like, there's not many bloopers. I can assure you, this is, well, I'm usually have, like, background noise on, but I can assure you a normal art video, when I'm drawing things, usually doesn't go like this. I mean, there's, you know what? No, can't say that. I usually comment on whatever I have in the background, whether it be like Game Grumps or the Honeycast. I'm always being like, stopping drawing, pause the video, say something about the video, go back to play the video, go back to drawing. And that happens about at least 5 times an hour. I'm trying to get these parts correct, but they're really difficult to understand, like, the angling of, especially because of how I put the pose. The pose, especially in this head area, makes it very, very tricky. Save and save often. Did you watch Hazbin Hotel? I just recently did, and I loved it. Yes, I watched it as soon as it came out each week. By Friday night, the weekly episodes were finished. And I really loved it. I enjoyed it so much, especially since I've been waiting for it since 2019. I've been following it since the pilot. And, like, it was so good. I'm just so mad that it was so short. Like, I understand animation takes forever, obviously, but, like, 8's not enough. I need more. And obviously, I believe they confirmed the season 2, so it's not like it's gone forever, but just still, give me more indie animation. Especially since Digital Circus is set to come out in May. At least I think that's what the video said. And Glitch just announced that Murder Drones news will be coming soon. And I'm really excited for that, because they really left us on a cliffhanger. Love how the drawing looks so far, by the way. Thank you. I should start sketching with colors such as red or blue instead of black. Yeah, so this is a tactic that I've learned by watching Jazz's videos years ago, have since forgotten, and then relearned the tactic by watching Popcross's videos. So it's just, I think I do a little too much construction because I have the basic anatomy. Well, no, you know what? No, I don't do too much construction. But the way I do art is the basic construction or the basic anatomy with all those color-coded parts that you see in the video. Although I didn't do it here because I have to relearn how to draw apparently. And then I lower the opacity and sketch in the actual details second, just so I'm not initially distracted by like, oh, what goes here and what's go there, and I can focus how it's going to look, then add the details on top of that, and then add the lines and color. I'm very interested with how this is going to turn out, because this is, so far it's been a very interesting process. Now then, why does the face remind me of Twisted Bonnie? Now I need to look up what Twisted Bonnie looks like. I can see it. I definitely see it. It's the jaw and the snout that kind of make up a smile on Twisted Bonnie. So yeah, I can definitely see. It's just Catnap has a severe lack of teeth. I gotta look at more steampunk because I still don't know how I'm gonna do the eyes, but we'll come back to that. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that line there. Now that you mentioned the face kind of does look like Twisted Bonnie, yeah, scrap metal. I hate that it actually worked. It is. It's a bit ridiculous. It's like, hey, how do I make this more metallic? Line, circle, done. It's just crazy how, like, if you break it down, how easy things are. How easy, like, some details can be represented. I am all over the place with this line art, if you have not noticed. How about a reboot Mortal Kombat as Power Rangers? Specifically use the Mortal Kombat 1 storyline with timelines and stuff. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Although I think if I reboot Mortal Kombat as Power Rangers so close to its initial release date, you might as well just call me like Disney or Warner Brothers. But that would be a cool like anniversary thing, like a couple months, years, or whatever down the line, when it's a bit older, because the video hasn't even been out a year yet. I haven't even started posting videos on this channel for a year yet, but rebooting certain videos I do like the idea of, especially the earlier ones, like I said, where my art style wasn't as developed yet, where I was still trying to figure out how I am going to interpret things as an artist. Trying to add a little more detail to these gas cans. Like trying like little pillars and stuff, like just to make it a little more like settled in. Yeah, something like that. So now this will all be glass here, but they're being held together by like pylons. Pylons isn't the right word. Nikolai is cooking with the VisiPop stuff. Yeah. That is definitely cool. I'm gonna consider that, definitely. Just gotta make sure. Yeah. Hey KyngPin, I'm good. Just planning a few things out while watching the stream. Loving the design so far. Thank you. I'm really liking how it's turning out too. Especially since I went in without a plan at all. Careful, SpongeBob, careful. Careful, SpongeBob, careful. Careful, SpongeBob. Oof. Small, tiny lines. Don't like them. Don't like it. Plus, Popcross also inspired other people to become artists like you, Dempsey, Nerd Comics, Night of Arcane. Yeah, something like Akira Toriyama did with DBZ to inspire a lot of animes. Yeah, it's like, even if you don't realize it, like, seeing how your actions inspire others is really weird. Like, I don't know, excuse me. I don't know how to phrase it exactly, but like being like, hey, here's what I'm doing because this is what I enjoy doing, or this is the vision I have, or whatnot. And then just like a whole bunch of other people is like, hey, you made me realize that I have this vision that I want to share with the world. And if you didn't do that, I don't think I would have done mine. It's just like, didn't intend for that to happen, but that's awesome. I don't know. Those are just my thoughts on the matter. I don't exactly know what they are. Here, have a goat. Thank you. Where did you get the goat from? Where did the goat come from? I love it, but I'm so confused. Yeah, see, like, I feel like there should be, like, latches on the top. Something like this, per se. No, it's too much of an angle. Yeah. Alright. I'm feeling it. Random shapes. Random shapes making detail. That's good. Wish I planned this out, but it's fine. It's fine. Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. Where did I go? Sorry, I keep losing the chat. It's moving, and then I'm talking, and then I can't find it. Gotta say, I love every song from Has Been Hotel is so good. Yeah, there are a few that I can take or leave, but the soundtrack as a whole is really good. I really like, my favorite ones probably are Stayed Gone, Poison is probably up there, and Respectless maybe? Although like a few of the other ones are really jumping up the list on repeated listens to the soundtrack. It's hard to choose a favorite, I'll be honest. Idea, Has Been Hotel as a Disney Plus series. Would that mean I have to make Has Been Hotel bad? No, I'm kidding. I just know that a lot of the Disney Plus, like the original Disney Plus series that I've watched, I have not been a huge fan of. Like, I liked WandaVision, but the more I think about WandaVision, I'm like, the more like, huh. They really could have done a lot more with that series, and they just didn't. And then Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I never finished. It just got, I don't know. That one wasn't for me. Loki I rather enjoyed. I haven't seen season 2 yet, but overall, a lot of the Marvel stuff of recent has not blown me away, for lack of a better word. Like, it's cool, but like, I really think Endgame was a really good, could have been a really good send-off to the MCU. Just because, like, whatever years or whatever, however long it's been going, like, that's a really impressive amount of time to be doing something, and like to have it all culminate into this one major threat would have been a really good way to be like, thank you all for joining us. Here's the end of the story. And then, because now, like, it's really hard to up the stakes when you have all these characters in here, and now you're trying to do these solo movies, and you're like, yeah, but this doesn't have to happen because, you know, there's like 12 other superheroes that could easily just come in and help you. I mean, and that was always a problem with the earlier ones too, that they mentioned in like Thor: The Dark World or whatever, where it's like, hey, why can't we grab in these people? I don't know. I really don't know what I'm talking about. There was a comment that just said, put Has-Been Hotel on Disney Plus, and I went on to a whole video essay about the MCU. I apologize for that one. Murder drones news soon. Yes, I can't wait either. Chainsaw Hunter. It's one of the well, it's what put me onto Glitch. Thanks again by Pop Cross Studios. Words are failing me today. And so that put me onto Glitch, which then put me onto Amazing Digital Circus, which then put me onto whatever it's called, Venomizing the Amazing Digital Circus, and then made my most popular video. So that's really cool. That, once again, it was that domino effect I was talking about. One thing led to another, and now we're here, which is crazy. It's crazy how to think the slightest different thing could have made none of this happen. Imagine that if the Owl House became a musical sequel show like Has-Been Hotel. Sadly, Disney made a few bad decisions, but at least they're learning from their mistakes, listening to fans, starting with Marvel. That's good. I haven't watched the Owl House yet. I did just finish Gravity Falls today for the first time, because that was a series I never got around to watching. But Owl House is definitely next on my list, because it looks like I'm trying to get a little bit better on not making excuses for things and be like, oh, no, I don't have time to watch things. Like, if I want to watch something, I should watch it. Tip of the day. Just because there's so many things that are interesting, and like, I spend all my time watching YouTube, which I don't have a problem with. I'll watch my favorite channels, but the problem is I will just mindlessly scroll on YouTube for hours just for something to watch. And honestly, probably not good. It's not really advisable to do that. Alright, we're not going to see that leg, so whatever shape it takes is not my problem. Line, circle, done. Metal plating in a nutshell. Exactly. It's because, look, it's just, I'm gonna keep harking on this. It is two things, and that circle should even be hollow, but even though it isn't, it still looks good. And like, the more, well, I don't want to overdo it, but the more I do, it would just be like, ding, 1, 2, 3. Look, now there's a metal plate on Catnap. Or Acne, it looked like. Might as well call me Disney and Warner Brothers. I don't get it. That was just a joke because Disney and Warner Brothers and all those movie studios are just always rebooting new things sooner and sooner. I believe, actually this is Sony, so not one of the two I mentioned. I believe that The Amazing Spider-Man 2 wasn't even... No. The Spider-Man 3 wasn't... Wait, what is it? Alright, I'm going to stop talking because I don't know what I'm talking about. I was going to say I thought Spider-Man 3, or The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one of the Andrew Garfield one, was released before Spider-Man 3 even came out. That is just blatantly not true, so forgive me for talking about that. I clearly don't know what I'm talking about. But the joke was all these unnecessary reboots of series and sequels and whatnot is just getting a little bit out of hand, in my opinion. Like, it'd be cool to reimagine them, but, like, it's not really reimagining. It's just doing the same thing. I don't know. I'm going to stop talking about things I know nothing about. That leg is looking a little wonky. See, the joints are the hardest part. And I will claim several other things to be the hardest part over the course of this stream. But, like, trying to figure out how things would connect and move together are really difficult. But I think I'm figuring it out. Nikolai's philosophy is like my murder the drone Steamboat Willie philosophy from a few streams ago. Yeah, I do. I remember that one. That was a good idea, or philosophy, I should say. I don't know. It's just crazy to look on things and be like, hey, how did this shape this other thing? Or how are A, B, and C seemingly connected? Time is weird. That's the moral of today's stream. Time is weird. And so are these eyes. Please tell me, let me guess, that's the only thing I have left to do is the eyes. You better believe it is. Even though, okay, I gotta fix this because this line and this line do not connect. Just gotta give you... There we go. That looks better. Now I've accidentally erased some of the tanker. It looks good. I do feel like the body is missing detail, though. I'm gonna do some quick research on how else to include... what other areas I can include for I could put like another line, like a bevel here. Yeah, let me do that better. KyngPin, is that a xenomorph Slenderman breaking into your house? Honestly, I wouldn't know. From where I'm sitting, I have zero view of any entrance to my house, so... And honestly, can't really hear much from where I am for the rest of the house, so it could be. I can check my Nest app. I don't have a Nest. I'll check my video doorbell to see if Slenderman's there. Except it wouldn't work because Slenderman makes all technology go crazy, so that didn't work. Come on. Yeah. too smooth, but it gets the job done. Still don't know what I'm doing with these eyes. Where did the goat come from? I'm so confused. I found goat. They're YouTube emojis. Oh, okay. Wait, let me try this. Wait, I saw it. Go! Yeah, I'm part of the club now. KyngPin feels random shapes. Yeah. I'm sure I said that at one point in the stream. I just don't remember when. Right, like... I think that's right. I don't know. Getting these ears on the head are ending up being a lot trickier than I thought. What can I do? I mean, I can always do like bolts into the side of the ear like this. Yeah. Stuff like that. Because it does have to be held together. That is something kind of forgotten about. That, like, this whole thing has to be held together with screws. So maybe that's that line circle combo. There's some merit to it after all. What the sweet name of our Lord and Savior Arceus are there lots of goats? Yeah, I mean it's just goats now. Join the goat club. I mean, like if Hazbin Hotel had heavy inspiration from Walt Disney projects. Okay, actually, this is something I noticed while watching the Honeycast, which was from like 5 years ago. I'm so behind on many things, but some of the animation from the pilot, at least, does heavily resemble old school Disney 2D animation, which I thought was really cool. But like a style swap of Hazbin Hotel into Disney wouldn't be a bad idea. I do want to try out other styles at some point in the future. But I am still trying to work on my own, so I'm not sure how that'll go. Okay, now it looks like he's got little doors on his ear. Oops. Oh, what if I do... Okay, what if I do something like this? Where it's that. I don't know, 20? Yeah, that should be fine. And then, like this. So it's like, for lack of a better word, sewer grates? Or like drains, and they're screwed in like this, and that's how we do the eyes. Yeah, and then there's just a light coming from it, and it's gonna be like lens flare. Okay, stop looking at me like that. Have an apology, goat. I accept the apology, goat. Redraw prompt, make your own superhero, and KyngPin has to redraw them into angels. That would be a really cool, like, sequel idea. So, like, if I do end up using that as a redraw prompt, I think it would be supervillains as sinners first, and then, like, a reverse that of heroes as angels. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Please go away. need some adjusting after I add. Okay, now I just gave Catnap glasses. Mr. Feline Slumber. I don't know. That's my attempt at making Catnap into a smarter name. Okay, can you stop being all wonky? Looks okay. A little lopsided, but it should be fine. Oh, I didn't even draw on the back. This entire area right here is still open. Good as new, or fixed, or whatever. All right, line art's looking good. It does look like Catnap, and it does have mechanical elements, which is good. I don't know if I see this as a boss, though. Where is the Parade Master? Actually, there's a mix of cloth and more natural elements here in Lies of P. Like, the Parade Master's actually got, like, a tie on, but Catnap doesn't really have any clothing to put on him. Oh, there's also, there's like exhaust ports and like little gaps in the metal. So like, something like that. It just makes it look like a bell. But that's something to, I can look into that. You could turn Has-Been Hotel characters into Power Rangers, Ben 10 aliens on the Suicide Squad, Poppy Playtime monsters as demons. That I like that one. Robots as Demons Part 2, Robots as Fantasy Monsters. Yeah. That's a lot to write down. I'm just going to take a picture of it. That way I have all of them in one. But I do like a lot of those ideas. Especially because I want to do more sequels. Like, I've done a few. Like, there's been the Nimona sequels, the Power Ranger sequels, and a few others. But like, I want to continue the story on a lot of other videos that I posted. Oh my gosh, circles are the bane of my existence. Like, they look nice, I get it, and they're round and stuff, but like, they don't stack on each other evenly. Like, there's always negative spaces. Like, squares, at least squares work together. It's just square, square. They connect. Square, connect. You have circle, circle, circle. Oh, look, there's an empty space. They just don't know how to cooperate with each other, like geometric shapes do. This is not really what I was expecting the nozzle to look like. That's more like it. Even though the perspective might be a little off. Once again, hopefully can shroud that, most of that in darkness. Imagine Voltron, Transformers, Combiners, or Megazords as demons. Ooh, Voltron and Transformers are good ones. I'm not too... Well, Megazords I'm familiar with. I'm not too familiar with a Combiner, though. But, like, those are really good ones that I wouldn't even thought to do. Those would be cool. If you were in charge of Sony's Spider-Man universe, not 2001's, what would you do? What would I do if I was in charge of Sony's Spider-Man universe? Not release Madam Web. Maybe. Maybe start trusting the creative direction of the writers that I hired instead of treating the audience like a bunch of people who have never read a comic book before in their life. I don't know. The last two Spider-Man movies from Sony have been, well, no, wait, can't say that. One of them, I'm pretty sure that includes, Morbius. No, not Morbius. Morbius was not the good one. Into the Spider-Verse. Like the Sony animation team, or the Sony animation department, whoever the people making Spider-Verse are doing a great job. The live action side of things on Sony's team, I don't really know what's happening over there. But, like, now that I think about it, that's so weird. Why is that? Why is the Sony animation doing amazing and the Sony live action just a meme? Alright, now we gotta draw these gears again and make them look nice. I'm gonna look up a gear because there's just, I don't know. Yeah, it's not a hard shape, so why are they so hard to draw? Is it because drawing a perfect circle is difficult? I don't know. Whatever. It's not the focus of the piece, so I don't want to get too hung up on it. Diseases as demons would be a cool one to see. Oh, I really like that one. I'd be really interested to see how I can make that work, because it's not, diseases aren't physical. Like, they don't have a physical form per se. They have, like, depending on what the disease is, it has a specific look to it. Like the bacteria or virus or whatever it's called. So, like, I can obviously do something based off of that, but, like, overall, it's not like it's perfectly, like, has something that could be translated, like a famous robot or a JoJo stamp. So I'd definitely love to give that one a try. This looks more like a flower than a gear. I don't know why I'm not utilizing the shape tool for these circles. I usually will for a complicated bit, but guess I'm just feeling like going freehand today. The wheel of morality landed on time is weird. Exactly. Slenderman and Alistair share power. They do. I said, as soon as I said it, I thought of Alistair too. Welcome to the Goat Club. Yes, everybody, welcome to the Goat Club. Spam your goats in the chat. I want this chat to scroll so fast with goats I won't be able to keep up with it. Hooray, more metal painting. Style swap has been on Hotel Disney. Yeah. And, like, if you go, like, the old Disney style, too, it could be cool. Yeah, I like that idea. I want maybe a style swap video in the future could be cool. You know how, like, machinery needs to be, like, meticulously measured and just, like, perfect? Yeah, what if we didn't do that? What if we just lines that we can said, well, it's in the background, so you're not going to see it. Do a monocle for one eye and a pocket watch for the other. Pocket. Oh, wait. Maybe not a pocket watch, but a like a meter, like a gauge. Oh, accidentally zoomed in on the stream, not on Photoshop. But like not quite a monocle and a pocket watch, but like a gas meters. So like the eyes themselves tell you how much gas can be produced. Oh, I like that. Thank you, Dempsey. Thank you, Dempsey. That's awesome. Have you seen Cursed Cat Alistair? No. What is Cursed Cat Alistair? Cursed Cat. Oh gosh, it autofilled. Oh, yes, I have seen this. I didn't know that was Alistair. For those of you who haven't seen it, this is Cursed Cat Alistair. And well, does what it says on the box. This is horrifying, but it's adorable. Oh my god, I had no idea that was Alistair, but yeah, I've seen that floating around. Hey, what's up? How are you? I'm good, Natasha. How are you? We're just drawing. Can you stop zooming in on the stream, please? I'm good. We are turning Catnap from Poppy Playtime into a steampunk, per se. More specifically, a boss in the video game Lies of P, which is like a Dark Souls type game. Where are my lines? I hope you're doing well. If you haven't, please look them up. Just did fast food restaurant mascots as SCPs. Definitely want to do a sequel to cereal as SCPs, because there's so many more too, and we can venture outside of the realm of cereals too, like you suggested, Benjamin. Like, there's so many cool ones you can do, and I dropped a reference to one that I really want to do in the Power Worlds episode, which was also a idea from someone else. Would the gauges be on the same thing? If there were gas gauges, would they be on the same level? I don't know. Like, kind of, but like at the same time, I want them to be slightly different, so maybe they're just like the same, but not in sync. That looks horrifying. All right, cool. Kung Fu Panda variety episode. That'd be fun. When does the new movie come out? Is it out already? Kung Fu Panda 4. I'm getting times at my local theater, so I assume it's out already. And apparently Mr. Beast is in the movie too, I heard, which is interesting. Combiners are transformers who can combine into bigger transformers. Oh, didn't know that. That's no. Oh, I accidentally deleted one of them. That's not good. Where is it? Okay. Oh, that's like I saw an extra layer. I'm like, what the heck is that thing doing there? It was the gas canister. My B. Let's put you back where you belong. And the only reason I didn't undo is because I've done other stuff before that, so I didn't want to get rid of that progress too. It's easier if I just redo it. Boom. Problem solved. Hey Ark, how's it going? I am good. How are you doing? Are you going to do Dog Day? Just asking. Probably not in this stream. Like this stream is dedicated to Catnap, but if people respond well, I'd be down to steampunkify more Poppy Playtime characters. I was debating, like, who should we do? Like, which villain should we go with? And I chose Catnap because A, he's my favorite, and B, it's just, I felt it was the easiest to transfer into a steampunk style. Like, Mommy Longlegs and Huggy would be a little but Dog Day could be a cool one too, or any of the smiling critters, especially since Bigger Body's Dog Day looks nothing like Bigger Body's Catnap. Just make sure the goats don't eat the chat. Yes. If you're throwing up goat, if you put a goat in the chat, just make sure to keep him on a tight leash. All right, I still want to figure out what to do with the, because that's it, right? We finished the line art. Seems to be that way. But I do want to see extra details we can add. Steampunk machines. That is a whole lot of gears. Oh, I could have made the tail like an exhaust pipe. That would have been interesting. Yeah. I don't know. I like it as another gas attack. Levers. Barrels and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, these are all just gears. Wait, are these AI generated? Some of these things on Google are looking like they're generated by AI, which I don't like. Yeah, this one is. Ooh, that's weird. It's like Google Images is giving me a mix. Generated actual images of steampunk and then AI generated images of steampunk, which I would like if you were able to tell them apart. Because right now they are too similar. And it's making me wary about what I use in terms of just what I use in terms of things, for lack of a better word. Now I want to see Alistar and Slenderman fusion. Oh, what if we... Hold up. What if we... Wait, how would you do that? How would you do it? I guess you would just do... Right? Like... Because one has a face, one doesn't have a face. So how do you combine them? Ooh, what if you do it like this? Slenderman's entire face is the radio dial. Boom. Slenderman, Alistar, right here. There you go, Slenderman as Alistar. Or Slenderman Alistar fusion. Rigby the Runky fused with Monkey Kid bonus video. Okay, that could be interesting. I'm not, like I said, I still haven't gotten a chance to watch Shorts Wars. Who is Monkey Kid? Oh, right, it's the Lego thing. I forgot about that. Got it. Hey there, what did I miss? Not much, Galahound19. We're just turning Catnap into a horrific steampunk creature. How's the SCP community redraw going along? Really good. I think I haven't. I could be wrong, just because each submission has more files to save than the last time. But I think I've gotten more more submissions so far than the first round. So choosing is going